My name is Gawel from Solosky. I am from Bengal University, and I talked about my glucose experience. Because what is glucose is the simple six-member sugar, which is the optimal and modern solution for feed of bacteria, many bacteria. The bacteria from dark fermentation, so producing, which are mostly Clostridium and Robacter, and which are usually pretreated to avoid further process of anaerobic digestion. If dark fermentation is so stop from methanogenesis, then this bacteria of hydrogen production uses glucose. Thus, this glucose is changed by these bacteria to pyruvate and producing from 2 to 4 hydrogen molecules. This is depending on conditions. For example, if pretreated by basic, it seems to have higher acetic acid, but bacteria dislikes and lower likes pretreating, so mostly by heat shock. But this in heat shock not so high acetic acid pathway, because acetic pathway is the least probable due to the highest Gibbs energy. This means that it's not so probable as butyric acid pathway. This is cases that most substrates are designed waste which are containing sugar as polysaccharides like cellulose, lignocellulose, ketone, starch, and other waste are transformed mostly in design to glucose. So we hydrolyze to obtain enough glucose molecules in water to make it efficiently. This is the conditions of concentration is very different experience, because according to Pan et al., which gives the agar plates as additional nutrient, the highest hydrogen production is for 5, and up to 55 kilograms is lower. In my case, it's not so high because it's not so strictly that 5 grams per liters and lower. And now there is and now is thinking that in my research, which I make for 1 liter batch in Akram heat shock, the highest production from glucose was at 20 grams per liter, not for 5, and even used for semi-continuous method, Why I chose this way was first to check the planet all. So this researcher experiments if planet all or rest, some like, for example, Professor Professor Nazirian, who said that the bigger is the better, up to 30 gram per liter. In my case, was 20 gram per liter as the best. And it was very important because I wanted to make model. Doing this modeling, I used to integrate anaerobic digestion model and this modeled by integration gives a trigonometric function. I integrate the methane production as stage before hydrogen production, and so was successful. This shows also some additional that hydrogen production goes in not in continuous, like saying this trigonometric but periodic. So in one point is hydrogen production ejected, and for some time not in continuous but every 5-10 periodic cycle. So we have to make it continuous, we need to have enough big bacteria population that will produce all the time some hydrogen. And only then we can make continuous process. It's very important because we know that for hydrogen production we need quite big area in continuous way. So this is the most important case. Thank you very much for listening me.